That should suffice for...
How can I help?
I modified the architecture somewhat. It should reduce the intensity of the spider infestation.
I am grateful, milady. Here are the 100 coins we discussed. This will hopefully buy some time, but it won't end the problem. As long as the queen lives, the spiders will keep returning, though. What do you need?
I can slay the aphotic queen. What can you offer in return?
For you, milady.
While to locate her, though.
What do you need?
matter? The skeleton of an Ishkai and a human. What transpired, I wonder?
Afraid to face me? How pitiful! Show thyself, coward! Art thou afraid to face me? What in hell? Show thyself, coward!
You came back? Wonderful!
There's an Ishkai and a human skeleton in the hostel. What do you know of this?
This is the first I've heard of this. The other merchants had more to do with the hostel than I did, though. You came back? Wonderful!
What do you know about a Sura mercenary coming to Thole?
Don't know anything useful about that, I'm afraid, but I'll bet someone in town does. You came back? Wonderful!
what do you have for me?
Can you tell me the story behind the skeletons in the old hostel?
There are dead bodies in that place. Honestly, you'd think someone from the guild would have noticed. I suppose the building has been abandoned for a while now. Haven't seen anyone go inside since the siege started. Ah, what do you have for me?
What do you know about a Sura mercenary coming to Thole?
I remember seeing the Sura mercenary talking to Feyruz before he left. And Feyruz looked mighty pleased about it too. Please, if you speak to Feyruz, don't mention I said anything. I want nothing to do with the Sura, now or ever. Ah, what do you have for me? Ah, what do you have for me? Your customers are always welcome.
If you need armor, try Akram's stall.
These are dangerous times for one without sufficient protection. Come, sample my fine wares. I have the best prices.
Can you tell me the story behind the skeletons in the old hostel?
That used to be a flop house for mercenaries from out of town. Other than that, I don't know anything about it. Back again, I see.
What do you know about a Sura mercenary coming to Thole?
Can't tell you anything about the Sura, I'm afraid. I never get too close to them. When you've been a merchant for as long as I have, you learn when to keep your distance from their kind. Back again, I see.
Always good to see you, friend.
Can you tell me the story behind the skeletons in the old hostel?
No idea what happened at the hostel. I used to deliver food there, back before the siege. But I haven't been inside since that Sura warrior went there. I don't think anyone has. Always good to see you, friend.
What do you know about a Sura mercenary coming to Thole?
He came through the gates, went to the hostel, and left. That's all I know, really. I was just glad to see him leave town, to be honest. Always good to see you, friend.
Back so soon. Good, good.
Can you tell me the story behind the skeletons in the old hostel?
I can only tell you about the hostel itself, I'm afraid. Mercenaries from out of town would stay there when working for the Guild of Steel. I think Rabath had a deal with the owner at one point. He might know more. Back so soon. Good, good.
What do you know about a Sura mercenary coming to Thole?
I wasn't even in town when it happened. You'll have to ask elsewhere. Welcome, welcome. Back so soon.
No one beats me on prize, friend.
Can you tell me the story behind the skeletons in the old hostel?
I don't know anything about that. Ask Rabat. He dealt with the owner. Best weapons in the Outlands are right here on my stall.
What do you know about a Sura mercenary coming to Thole?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Are you certain you don't know anything at all?
I said I don't know anything. Now, if you aren't buying anything, be on your way. Best weapons in the Outlands are right here on my stall.
Back so soon. Good, good.
What do you know about Feyruz making deals with the Sura?
I wouldn't put it past him, but I'm afraid I've no idea what happened that day. Welcome, welcome. You are...
Always good to see you, friend.
What do you know about Feyruz making deals with the Sura?
No doubt about it. That Sura definitely gave something to Ferouz before leaving town. But if he asks, you didn't hear that from me. Always good to see you, friend. Take care, friend. Bring your unwanted goods to me. I'll give you a fair price.
What do you know about Feyruz making deals with the Sura?
Other than seeing him talk to that one Sura mercenary that one time, I've no idea. Bring your unwanted goods to me. I'll give you a fair price. Your customers are always welcome.
Back again, I see.
What do you know about Feyruz making deals with the Sura?
I don't really know what Feroz gets up to, but he sure had a lot of silver on him that day the Sura was in town. You don't think... No, forget I asked. I don't want to know. Back again, I see. Come back anytime.
No one beats me on prize, friend.
You can either tell me what your deal with the Sura was, or you can experience the power of a mage firsthand.
Don't hurt me. I just arranged the messenger, I swear. Kench, the woman who ran the hostel, she asked me to get a message to the one-eyed Sura warrior. He paid me in silver for informing him. But I was only doing what Kench asked of me. You have my word. No one beats me on prize, friend.
What was Kench doing dealing with the Sura?
She sold him out. The Ishkai who was living there betrayed him to save her own neck. You wouldn't know to look at her, but Kench brokered contracts for mercenaries all around the heretic kingdoms. Before she came to Thol, she hired the one-eyed Sura, but the job went sour. Her employer was slain, and the Sura was never paid. If there's one thing you don't do in the mercenary business, she saw handing over the Ishkai as a way to wipe out her debts. Best weapons in the Outlands are right here on my stall. Come back when you need more armament.
Urshak, come out from whence thee hides. Thou hast misplaced thy trust in thy friend, Kench. She betrayed thee. Yet another letter. So, she did not betray thee, and thou hast guarded her fallen remains since thy deaths. How touching. Come, spirit. Thy vigil has ended. Join me. That soul is mine now.
An Ishkai sniper will make an excellent ally.
And thankfully, a silent one.
Tremble before a princess of the Garulian throne. Have begun. Evia shall finish.
You came back? Wonderful!
Did you know someone named Kench?
Don't know anything useful about that, I'm afraid, but I'll bet someone in town does. You came back? Wonderful!
I have many questions for you, hooded man.
I expected you sooner.
Thou art fortunate we came at all.
We? Already your captive soul changes you. It will be interesting to see how this develops.
Cut out your irritating asides, or I shall cut you to the gizzard.
Your understanding of human anatomy is flawed, but I take your point. My name is Krenz. Until recently, I was the High Sage of the Pentanira, the secret council behind the Inquisition, the most powerful institution in the heretic kingdoms.
But you chose to betray us.
Unfortunate timing. I can remedy this, but you must defend me for a moment.
Aid me, demon!
Ilvara Akana! Ilvara Akana! Ashiina Inkaha Ilbara Serat. Ashmas Inkas Ilbara Serat. Ilbara Akaana. Ashiina Inkaha Ilbara Serat. Ashmas Inkas Ilbara Serat. Ilbara Akaana. Ashmas Inkas Ilbara Serat. Seratinka. Seratinka. Ashiina Inkaha Ilbara Serat.
You dare!
Seratinka. Rabara Zefra Ashia Kantas.
You have my gratitude, but time is short. It will not be bound for long.
I will implant a memory suggesting I fled towards the burning wall. You will forget this meeting as soon as I release it, I'm afraid.
There's no way to liberate me?
Its death would free you, but I am reluctant to lose my only ally.
I can't say I'm keen on that plan either.
I'll transfer this enchantment to your mind. You may get an opportunity to sever the connection from the inside. Although without a new host, your soul will perish.
I'll pick my moment carefully.
You must leave now. I cannot hold it much longer.
Valkyrin and Evandra suspect. They will return to Thol shortly.
Then I must be going. Farewell, Carissa. I hope we shall meet again. Now, where were we?
That woman, she was a demon like myself?
Carissa's soul has indeed been stolen by a devourer. Yet you are not like that demon. It may have but one soul in its possession. I do not know what will happen to you as you acquire more souls. But if we are fortunate, it will only serve to grow your power further. What else do you want to know?
Who is this Carissa?
High Preceptor of the Pentanera. Her task was to recruit mages into the Order of the Veil.
Was?
If there are any mages left who have not been recruited to the Order, they have been slain. Only Temuria and Asura clans have not been brought under its wing. Every living human mage in the heretic kingdoms is a member of the Order, or are fleeing from it, like me. What else do you want to know?
Who are this Valkyrin and Evanger the woman spoke of?
2 other members of the Pentanera. Baron Evanger is High Executioner and devoted to his duty. Evanger's dedication makes him particularly dangerous to us, since he will certainly not be turned to our side. He and Lord Valkyrin used to be enemies, but circumstances have changed now that Valkyrin's mother has returned. Valkyrin himself is High Inquisitor, tasked with eradicating all religious practice. The Inquisition is far from its ideals these days, however, and from his too, for that matter. What else do you want to know?
Who is Valkyrin's mother? Why is she important?
Lady Mara, the founder of the Order of the Veil. She created the Pentanera and the Inquisition, and was High Magus until her death. The demon that controls Mara's soul now controls the Inquisition. If we can't find a way to defeat her, we are all doomed. You have more questions?
Thou art pursued. How wilt thou escape from Thol?
Not a problem for me. Far tougher for you, I'm afraid. Take this. It will open a path into the deeper catacombs. There is a path out of Thol that way, although it will not be easy. I will meet you outside the city if all goes well.
And if it does not?
Try to remain optimistic. You have more questions?
Thou art exceptionally irritating, mortal.
You're not exactly a paragon of manners yourself. Fortunately, we do not need to like each other to be allies.
Else thee would have no allies.
Indeed. You have more questions?
I shall depart for the catacombs now.
I will be watching the Skullgate for you.
If this is a trap.
Believe me, if I intended you harm, I would scarcely have waited this long to act. Don't worry about me, worry about Valkyrin and Evanger. Now go, while you still can.